Huni's definitely the better boxer than Fabio Wardley. He's got quick hands. He's more well-schooled. But the thing is, many of Fabio Wardley's opponents in the past have been as well. The difference with Huni is that he's faster. He's not just more well-schooled. He's faster than the likes of Fraser Clark. Although I'd say his speed might be comparable to an Adelaide, he's a better boxer than Adelaide, definitely. Justis Huni. So, yeah, there could well be, I call it, would it really be a massive upset if Huni won? I don't think it would be a particularly big upset, given Huni's credentials in the amateurs and whatnot. I don't think it'd be a massive upset, but it'd certainly upset the fans in Ipswich, for sure. I'm slightly leaning towards Fabio Wardley, but I wouldn't at all be surprised if Huni pulled it off. Not at all, because the guy can box. He does have all the experience. He's young. He's not an older guy and a slow guy like Fraser Clark. And Clark gave Wardley hell in that first fight. Do you know what I mean? A slow, ponderous Fraser Clark gave Fabio Wardley hell. Obviously, Wardley cleaned him out in the rematch, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm leaning towards Wardley, but not by much, to be honest. I see it as a very competitive fight. I'm expecting it to be tricky for both guys, right? But whatever happens with Wardley, whether he wins or loses, I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for him. I reckon it's going to be a tricky one. There's the bell for round one. Fabio Wardley snapping out a quick jab, not landing, just touching Huni's gloves. Huni looks relaxed. Right hand from Wardley, skimmed by Justis Huni there. Wardley looking sharp in the early going. Huni just having a look, bouncing around on his toes, looking to warm himself into the fight. Warm his way into the fight. Left hook from Wardley was easily ducked by Justis Huni. You can see the experience. Good jab there by Justis Huni. That was a nice jab to the chest and then jab to the face of Wardley. That shows the experience of Huni. He knows the little tricks, the little boxing tricks of how to land certain punches. Big right hand from Wardley is easily blocked by Justis Huni, and he skips away to his left. Nearly a minute gone in the first round. Nobody's landed anything particularly significant. Best punch, I would say, was that solid jab to the face by Justis Huni. Huni very relaxed. Wardley, I think, expending more energy at this stage than Huni. Just looks a little more tense, maybe. Not like he's super tense, but I do think, looking at his body movements, he's expended a little more energy than Huni. Huni looks very, very relaxed, very calm. Wardley looks a bit more intense in the face. Maybe that's where I'm getting it from. Because Huni's got a complete poker face. There's no intense look. There's nothing. Just total poker face. That's a nice jab there again from Huni. It's a bit of a jab fest at the minute. Left hook to the body there was, I think, maybe slightly low from Justis Huni, but good idea. Right hand to the body back from Fabio Wardley. Another body shot there. Right hand from Justis Huni. Nice shots. And as expected, Huni getting the better of the boxing at the minute. And as I said before the fight started, I do feel if Wardley's going to win this fight, he's going to have to throw caution to the wind at some point and really impose himself. Because in a boxing match, Justis Huni wins. He's the more skilled boxer. He's got quick hands. He's clever. Throws educated shots. That's another nice jab from Justis Huni. 30 seconds left in round one. Right hand there, just skimmed by Wardley's head. Another right hand over a lazy Wardley jab there for Justis Huni, but again, another glancing blow. This is a Justis Huni round for me so far. Wardley going with a double jab, but doesn't quite land. They tie up in the middle of the ring. Referee breaks them. A few seconds left in round one. There's the bell. So that's a Justis Huni round for me. 1-0 Huni. Just had to get a notepad out here real quick to keep score. There's a nice shot there from Wardley right at the end, actually. Yeah, that was a good shot. Was Huni a little staggered at the end there from that shot? Let's have a look. He didn't show it there. He showed Huni landed a shot. Anyway, here we go, round 2. A very, very intense look on the face of Fabio Wardley. Right hand to the body from Wardley. He's really going for that right hand to the body. Very purposeful. Tries to throw a right hand, slips on the canvas there. Might be a little wet because of the rain. Jab to the body from Fabio Wardley. Nice jab back from Huni. Again, battle of the jabs so far and body shots. Nobody's really landed any telling headshots so far, apart from in the final seconds of that first round. Jab to the body from Huni. Huni fighting behind a high guard. Fabio Wardley with that low left hand. So you can see the difference in the stance and the style of both men. And a tie up. A minute gone in round 2. Jab to the body from Wardley. Wardley so far in the first minute of this round, I think, has been boxing a little better than he did in the first. That was a left hook there, attempt from Huni, although I think it was short of landing on Fabio Wardley's face. I think it might have landed on his chest or his glove. They tie up on the inside, nearly halfway through round number 2. Interesting fight. Hasn't quite caught fire, but you could see how it might at some point. Fabio Wardley just poking the left hand out there, not really snapping it, just using it as a rangefinder and also to try and blind Justis Huni. Again, it's a close round here, but I think Wardley's just doing a little bit more. So I got Wardley just edging the first 2 minutes of round number 2. Right hand to the body from Justis Huni. Wardley firing back with his jab to the head. Right hand is blocked by Huni. There's a brief exchange on the inside, but nothing telling landed by either man. Huni now on the front foot. Attempted right hand from Fabio Wardley. Right hand from Justis Huni. You know, it's kind of a role reversal in this second round, because in the first round, it was Wardley on the front foot, and Huni actually got the better of it. In this second round, it's actually Huni on the front foot, and Wardley is walking him onto shots. And Wardley's actually doing better in the second round on the back foot than he did in the first round on the front foot. So that's a good adjustment by Fabio Wardley, to be fair. Yeah, for me, that's a Fabio Wardley round. Now, let's see if they show us some slow-mo from that second round. I guess not. They're putting Wardley's gum shield back in. Here we go, round 3. Battle of the jabs pretty much so far in body shots. No serious damage done by either man. Combination from Fabio Wardley at the start of the third. Blocked by Huni. Huni jabbing to the body of Fabio Wardley twice. That's a nice jab to the head from Huni. He's quite educated. That's a good left hook there from Justis Huni. He's got Fabio Wardley pinned against the ropes. So that's an educated left hand from Justis Huni. He's caught Fabio Wardley off guard with that left hand several times now. Wardley tries to open up, but Huni easily blocks those shots. So educated left hand from Huni. He's tricky with that left hand. Double left hook there from Huni on the inside. Targeting maybe Fabio Wardley's nose, which has been damaged in several fights. We'll see how it holds up here. Huni on the front foot. Right hand round the guard there from Fabio Wardley. Justis Huni is on him. Fabio Wardley ties him up. Yeah, interesting that you got Huni on the front foot, Wardley on the back foot, which is the opposite of the first round. Wardley made a good job of this in round 2, but here in round 3, Huni's really stepping on the gas. And for me, Huni's had the better of the first half of round 3 so far. Good jab again from Huni. Left hook from Huni. Fabio Wardley holds on. This is a good round for Justis Huni up to this point. Wardley really missing a lot of shots. A lot of his shots being blocked. Huni appears to be far more accurate here. Oh, big left hand from Fabio Wardley. Huni might have been rocked there. Huni moving his head though. Moving his head. He seems calm under pressure. But Wardley did land a nice shot. But is Wardley going to punch himself out trying to finish Huni? Can't be silly. Can't allow the crowd to get him overexcited. You know, because Huni was still calm. He still had his wits about him. He was buzzed maybe momentarily, but had his wits about him. So Wardley cannot afford to be wasting loads of shots here. He's to get back on his boxing. He's a very excitable character in the ring, Fabio Wardley. Right hand from Huni was a nice shot. 15 seconds left. 14, 12, 11, 10 seconds left. Shots back from Huni there. Fast hands. Nice right hand from Huni. Left hand to the chest of Fabio Wardley. That's the end of the round. That's a Justis Huni round. Yes, Fabio Wardley had that brief moment of success, but the rest of the round was all Justis Huni. Now, brief moment of success is not going to win Fabio Wardley the round on my card. No way. That's Justis Huni. Like to see some slow-mo here. If the zone will do the courtesy of showing us. Let's have a look here. There's Wardley against the ropes of Huni. Right hand to the body, left hook to the head was a nice shot from Huni. Not an enormous amount of power on it, but still nice shot. There's the jab from Huni, and yeah, very educated left hands from Justis Huni. But there's the shot, a left hook from Fabio Wardley, which maybe stunned Huni slightly, but he had his wits about him and he easily evaded Wardley's follow-ups. So here we are at the start of round 4. Both guys come out aggressive. Huni on the back foot here. Fabio Wardley coming out real aggressive. But I think he's wasting a lot of punches and a lot of energy, Fabio Wardley, with some of these attacks. Needs to be more sensible with his gas tank. Fabio Wardley jabbing on that back foot. Left hook to the body from Huni is a nice shot. And with Fabio Wardley wasting so many punches and Huni going to the body, how's Wardley's gas tank going to hold up? Right hand. Wardley, is he bleeding from the face? I need a closer look. But that was a nice right hand there from Justis Huni. Triple left hook there from Huni. Getting some angles on the inside against Fabio Wardley. Wardley coming back. Wardley looks like he's blowing already to me. And this is why I was picking Jarrell Miller to beat Fabio Wardley, because Wardley's a very tough guy. But in the second half of that first Fraser Clark fight, he was knackered. Do you know what I mean? And it's not that he necessarily has bad stamina, but he doesn't manage his gas tank that well, Fabio Wardley. When he senses he's got some success. Nice jab again from Huni. He tends to go overboard, you know? And I guess that's his style, and that's what has got him out of trouble a bunch of times. But, oh, nice right hand from Huni. Another Huni round. Nice left hook from Huni. Wardley comes back with a right hand to the body. Left hand to the body from Huni. Wardley just wasting too many shots, you know, that are being blocked or missing. Huni being far more efficient. He looks like he's got more energy in him. He looks more comfortable in there right now. It's Fabio Wardley that looks like he's struggling with the pace. Body shots from Wardley. Left hook to the body from Huni was a nice shot. Right hand from Huni. Huni throwing combinations on Fabio Wardley as he has him up against the ropes. Wardley blowing a bit for me. This is another Justis Huni round. Left hand to the body from Huni. And those body shots are going to take it out of Fab. There's no question about it. Swings a wild right hand. Does Fabio Wardley, which Justis Huni easily gets away from. There's the end of round number 4. That's another Huni round in my book. So I got it 3 rounds to 1 for Justis Huni. See if they show us some slow-mo here. Yeah, you see, Huni's full of these little tricks. He dipped low as if he was going to throw a body shot, but then he came over the top with a right hand to the head. Clever stuff from Justis Huni. This is the kind of stuff that you learn when you've been boxing from a young age like he has. Obviously, you know, high-level international amateur and all that. You learn all these little tricks. He's a bit too cute for Fabio Wardley up to this point. And I maintain what I said before, the start of the fight. Wardley's going to need to impose himself at some stage. And I mean really impose himself, because trying to box with Huni is not working. It worked for maybe 1 round, but Huni figured out what he was doing pretty quick. So anyway, here we are in round number 5, 10 seconds in. Fabio Wardley going with a 1-2. I think Wardley needs to keep going to Huni's body, as the right hand just misses there from Huni. Needs to keep going to Huni's body. Huni's going to his body. He needs to go to Huni's body to try and, you know, even the score, if you will. Yeah, there you go. Wardley coming forward here, letting a big right hand go, but needs to really target that body because Huni's got a very tight guard. Then defensively, he's quite responsible. So he needs to go to Huni's body to try and bring those hands down. Uppercut there from Wardley. I don't think it landed that flush, though. Wardley headhunting here. Needs to go to that body. Really needs to go to that body. Bring them hands down. Attempted uppercut from Wardley did not land. Jab to the body from Wardley. Needs to keep going to the body. I'm telling you. Body shot from Huni. See, Huni's doing what Wardley should be doing. When Huni can't see an opportunity to land a headshot, he's like, okay, body's available. Let me go there. Nice left hand to the body from Huni. Huni winning the first half of this round. Number 5. No real power on Huni's shot so far, but they're scoring blows. There was a right hand to the body from Fabio Wardley finally. Nice right hand to the body from Huni there. Wearing Fabio Wardley down. Will Wardley even have the Super Saiyan mode left after all those body shots have hit him? I'm not sure Wardley's been hit with this many body shots in any fight previously. Not that I can recall off the top of my head. And Wardley looking to hold after throwing a 1-2. That's not a good sign for him. The signs are good, though, for Justis Huni. Left hook from Justis Huni as he's got Fabio Wardley up against the ropes. Wardley again looking tired in there. Huni attacking with some ferocity now. Left hook again from Huni. Right hand from Huni. Yeah. Fabio Wardley getting outboxed there. Huni bleeded from the nose, so something from Wardley has landed, but does Wardley even have that next gear in him at this point? After all the body shots he's taken. Yes, we've seen it in previous fights where he's getting outboxed and gets hurt a couple times and he comes out with this higher gear and manages to damage his opponent. I'm not sure he's got that higher gear left at this stage. I mean, maybe if he catches Huni with something, he'll get an adrenaline rush, you know? But absent that happening, I don't know, man. That was a decent uppercut there from Wardley that did actually land, looking at the slow-mo. Right hand from Huni. Yeah, you know, Huni's shots, not particularly powerful. He's not really noted as a puncher, but they're scoring blows, you know? They're scoring blows. You don't have to win fights by knockout. There is such a thing as winning on points. Anyway, we're into round 6, 15 seconds in. I've only given Fabio Wardley 1 round so far. Good jab there from Huni. Rocked Fabio Wardley back on his heels. And another good jab from Huni. Real nice jabs from Justis Huni. Nice boxing. And he's got a nice bounce in his step. You see that with Justis Huni? Left hook there from Huni as he pushes Wardley back to the ropes. And Wardley just holds on. You know, when have we seen this from Fabio Wardley before? Where somebody comes at him and he holds on rather than firing back. I think that's indicative of how tired Fabio Wardley is and the effect that those body shots have been having on him. Nice jab again from Justis Huni. Nice body shot from Huni with the right hand. He's got that beautiful bounce in his step. And that is throwing Fabio Wardley off because he's punching off that bounce. Ooh, Fabio Wardley nearly caught Huni with the right hand coming in, but not quite. And of course, this is the moment that my stream decides to freeze on me. Okay, we got it back. All right, technical difficulties there, folks. What's happened to my stream? Oh, dear. All right, here we go. We're back. .50 seconds left in the 6th. Justis Huni again. Another round in the bank, it looks like. Jab from Huni. Right hand from Huni. Fabio Wardley looking frustrated in there. He's going to need to take the bull by the horns. Like I say, he's going to need to come forward. But he's too tired. Wardley looks knackered. He needs to come forward and attack the Huni body. Just get physical with him, hit him in the body. Oh, big right hand from Justis Huni over the top. Pushes Fabio Wardley back to the ropes. Wardley hoping to catch him with something coming in. Yeah, there's the end of round number 6. And it's been nearly a clean sweep for Justis Huni. We know Fabio Wardley's got heart. But has he got it in the tank to turn this one around? We know he's got power. But is that power significantly diminished now? Ben Davison saying that Huni has got Wardley playing his game absolutely right. And there's another example of how clever Justis Huni is in landing his shots. Right hand jab. There's a lot of misdirection there from Huni, and that's how he's able to land them punches. Frank Warren looking concerned. Eddie Hearn off his seat. Will Eddie Hearn finally get one over on Frank Warren here? Here we go, round 7. Second half of the fight, Wardley's going to need to pull this one out of the bag because it's beyond him at the moment without knockdowns, potentially. Oh, right hand from Huni there. You know, in terms of the mathematics, on my card, Wardley would have to win every single round to get the win by 1 point. From this point, from, round 7. And I don't see that happening. Therefore, he'd need knockdowns or a knockout. Right hand there from Huni. Another right hand from Huni. Huni, plenty of gas in the tank because he hasn't been wasting shots and he's been relaxed. Got a bounce in his step. Body shot from Huni. That looked like a good body shot to me. That didn't seem low. I'd like to see a slow-mo replay of that. What's going on here? Referee's called a timeout. Someone's gum shield come out. Oh, Huni's mouthpiece has come out. Okay. Not sure why it came out there. Ill-fitting, maybe. I didn't see him get hit with a shot that would knock it out. Another nice jab there from Huni. Wardley just slips on the canvas there. I don't think he was there. I think it was a bit of moisture on the canvas maybe. But, yeah, Wardley having all sorts of trouble here. Getting outboxed completely by Justis Huni. Just doesn't have the skill to be able to fight this way with him. And doesn't quite seem to know how to take the fight to Huni either. Maybe it's the counter punching of Huni that's making him hesitant to do that, and also the fact he's been hit with all them body shots. Wardley attempts an uppercut there. I don't think Huni has done as much in this round, but has Wardley done enough to take it? Right hand from Huni. No, this is another Huni round. Unless Wardley pulls something really big out of the bag. Yes, another nice right hand from Huni. Left hook to the chest from Huni. Right hand to the head from Huni. Left hooks. Just working Fabio Wardley over. Huge miss from Fabio Wardley there. That drains you. It's a lot more draining missing shots than landing them. Wardley tries a right hand there, but Huni blocked it. Huni coming back at him, punishing him for his mistakes. Wardley looks dejected at this stage. That's the end of round 7. So, all Justis Huni. Fabio Wardley looking like he needs a miracle. Well behind. For me, mathematically, Fabio Wardley cannot win it on the cards at this stage without knockdowns. Or a knockdown at least. I've given Fabio Wardley 1 round in this fight so far. Beautiful right hand to the face of Fabio Wardley there in the slow-mo. Nice. Bang, right hand. Beautiful shot from Huni. You know, Fabio Wardley's lucky that Huni's not a puncher. Here we go, round number 8. Jab there from Huni again. Wardley just can't get out of the way of Huni's jab at this stage. Left hook to the chest from Justis Huni. Fully in control now of this fight. Very comfortable in there. Plenty of gas in the tank. Double left hook. Fabio Wardley back up against the ropes, getting worked over here. Body shot there. I think the body shot might have hurt Fabio Wardley. The left hook to the body from Justis Huni. Wardley coming back with a big swinging right hand. But Huni has all of Fabio Wardley's punches timed. He knows the angles. He's figured them out completely. He's got Wardley totally worked out. There is nothing that Wardley is doing that is surprising Huni at all. But Huni is consistently surprising Wardley. Wardley trying to jab off the back foot. Huni's jab is more successful, countering Wardley's. A frustrating night for Fabio Wardley. Justis Huni boxing very well, doing what he does. Jab to the body from Wardley. Yeah, we always thought and we always wondered when would be the fight when Fabio Wardley's Super Saiyan mode doesn't work for him. Because it can't get him out of jail every time, you know, when he's being outboxed. That big right hand, the punching power he has, it's not going to save him every time. He's going to need some craft about him. And in this fight, up to this point, it looks like being the night when the lack of that amateur experience has finally caught up with him. The power in the Super Saiyan mode is nowhere to be seen. It's another Justis Huni round, this 8th. 45 seconds to go. Huni pressing the action, fast hands, solid fundamentals, good balance. Left hook there from Justis Huni. Right hand. Fabio Wardley just has no answers at all. None. I mean, dare I say it, this is actually an easy fight for Justis Huni. You know, I was expecting this fight, whoever won it, to be keenly contested. I certainly saw, there's the end of the round of round 8. So I certainly saw this as a fight that could go either way. I was slightly edging towards Wardley in the fight, thinking maybe you'd turn it on late and do damage to Justis Huni, as he's done in the past. But no. Huni's been outboxing him. And investing to the body early was great from Huni because that has stopped Wardley from coming back and imposing himself later on in the fight. And also Wardley's reckless punch output, where he's just been missing with all sorts of shots and continuing to punch. It's no good. You got to be far cuter than that. You got to be far more sensible than that as you move up in levels of skill. Let's have a look at some slow-mo here. Uppercut on the inside from Huni was a nice shot. Uppercut, yeah. You know, it's nothing spectacular from Huni. It was just good, solid fundamentals and calm, you know? Anyway, here we are, 10 seconds or nearly 10 seconds into round number 9. It's crunch time now for Fabio Wardley. If he's going to pull it out the bag, he's going to need to step on it right now. This is when Ben Davison needs to be saying, roll the dice in this particular fight. Because Fabio Wardley cannot win this fight on my card on points. He needs to step on it. He's completely hypnotized now by Justis Huni's boxing. He's getting outthought in every single moment. Huni is several steps ahead of him. And if the fight continues in this way and it goes to the scorecards and there's anything other than a wide UD for Huni, that would be really disgraceful. A slower start to this 9th round. We're nearly halfway through, actually. Been a slow round so far. Maybe Huni perhaps sensing he's ahead, taking his foot off the gas a little bit. Wardley will be happy about that. Yeah, noticeable drop in pace here in this 9th round. Left hook there from Huni, right hand. He must have heard me. Stepped it up. Body shot there from Huni was a nice shot. Really goes to work when he has Wardley up against the ropes. When he has him static. Nice head movement from Justis Huni. Making himself a difficult target, even here, deep in the fight. Left hook to the body from Huni. Wardley getting a warning there from the ref for shoving Huni off with the shoulder. Right hand from Huni on Fabio Wardley's ear was a nice shot. Tattooing Fabio Wardley against the ropes. Body shot from Huni. Yep, he's won this round too. A whitewash for Justis Huni. Again, just to give a recap on my scorecard. The only round I've given to Fabio Wardley was the second. And even that one was close. Everything else I've given to Justis Huni. Has totally outboxed Fabio Wardley. From start to finish. Well, we're not quite at the finish, but, you know, up to this point. Huni's corner are out saying that Wardley's more tired than you, so they're noticing that their man is feeling the pace a little bit. He's been throwing plenty of shots, I'll tell you that. Nice. It's just a beautiful right hand there from Huni. Again, faking like he was going to go to the head and then landing the right hand to the body. He's very good at disguising his punches. Justis Huni. Here we go. Round number 10. Fabio Wardley has 3 rounds to get it done here, to pull it out the bag. And I certainly wouldn't bet on it happening. I don't think he's got it in him. I don't think he's got the gas in the tank. Double jab there from Huni. Still got the hand speed and that bounce in his legs. Up and down, head and body. Right hand from Huni was partially blocked by Wardley. Jab to the body from Wardley. Wardley, all this back foot stuff, he needs to abandon it. Like, seriously, if he wants to salvage this fight, he's going to have to go balls to the wall now. And he's known for that. Well, now's the time to do it. You're going to have to start taking serious risks and abandon the back foot stuff altogether. Because this is not going to work. And going balls to the wall might not work either, but it at least gives him a better chance of landing something significant. Huni, of course, just needs to keep on doing what he's doing. Nice body shot. See, he's so consistent. That's what Wardley should be doing, going to the body like that when he can't see the head. He's not doing it anywhere near consistent. Oh! Oh my God! Wardley lands a massive right hand just without saying he doesn't have it in him. Huge right hand. Huni is decked heavily. Is he going to get up? Oh my God. It's Huni. Huni doesn't make the count. Oh my God. I was writing for... There's me writing Wardley off again. Yo, Deontay Wilder style. Good God, man. Good God. Oh, my days. He pulled it out the bag. Wow. I didn't think he was going to do that. I thought he was done for. Wow. Huni did get sloppy. I mean, dear oh dear. He must be sick as a dog. I mean, he was dominating the fight, Justis Huni. Eddie Hearn has to give Wardley his props at the end there. Eddie Hearn must be sick as a dog, sick as a parrot, whatever you want to say. Yo, that was crazy, bruh. I thought that was a foregone conclusion at that point. I was like, there's no way. Wardley doesn't have it in the tank. I mean, it was a one punch. It's not like he had to come out with a big flurry. It was a one punch KO. Oh, that was his most crazy come from behind yet. That was crazy. That was a madness. Huh? What a madness. Okay. You know, I picked Wardley to win just. I was slightly edging towards him, as I said in this stream prior to the fight. But I thought the fight would be more competitive. I thought Wardley probably would be getting outboxed in the early going, but it would still be somewhat competitive. But no, this fight was a whitewash for Huni. It was dominating the whole fight. Wardley looked like he was done for. He looked like he had no gas in the tank. Okay, Huni wasn't hurting him to the head, but Wardley just looked so tired. I didn't think he could get that kind of power in his shots as tired as he looked. And at this stage of the fight, but he did it. I'd like to see the slow-mo. Yo, Wardley pulls it out of the bag. Right hand. Oh, walked him onto the shot. Crack. That's like one of the few mistakes that Huni made in the whole fight, and he gets knocked out for his trouble. Yo, that was crazy, bro. Crazy. Wow. What a madness. You know, Fabio Wardley has got something magic about him that he's able to pull victory from the jaws of defeat this many times. And in this particular occasion, he needed it more than ever. I mean, this was by far his toughest fight in terms of the predicament he was in. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. Oh, my days. I can't believe he did that, you know. I can't believe he did that.